Thanks for joining us. I'm Jennifer Meckles. Tonight, firefighters across our area continue fighting 3 different wildfires that have been burning really all week. We will have updates on each of those fires in just a minute. The Alexander Mountain Fire, the largest one, that's burning west of Loveland in Larimer County. The Cory Fire is burning in Jeffco, and the Stone Mountain Fire continues burning in Boulder County near Lyons. We want to start tonight, though, with Cory Reppenhagen with our weather impact team because it's been another hot and dry day. Terrible fire conditions, Cory.
More heat, more smoke. That is the bad news for the firefighters. The good news is the winds have kind of been on the favorable side, staying in the lighter range. You take a look across the city there, you can see that wildfire smoke. It's going to stay like that for a few more days here, kind of in the unhealthy for sensitive groups category here. Current temperatures still pretty hot out there across the Front Range here at the 5 o'clock hour, and we'll crank up the heat even more tomorrow. We have a heat advisory in place for the entire Front Range. Temperatures could reach up to 102 degrees. We're forecasting 100 degrees here in the Denver metro area, and that would break Denver's record pretty easily, set back in way back in 2022, 2 years ago. Here's the forecast for the Front Range here. Lots of 100 possibilities on the board for tomorrow. Going to be a hot one in the mountains until those dry thunderstorms arrive. So your headlines: fire danger will remain high, mostly because we have 4 more days of heat with dry thunderstorms each one of those days. A pattern change will make the thunderstorms a little bit more widespread Wednesday through Friday, but that'll also mean a cooler pattern, so we could stay in the 80s for a few days starting on Thursday.
Cory, thank you for that update. The Cory Fire is still burning through Jefferson County this weekend. It's scorched hundreds of acres since it lit up Tuesday night. Today brought a little sigh of relief who were forced to leave their homes in that fire. 9 News reporter Lauren Scafidi joins us live in Jefferson County. We just got an update, tonight, Lauren, from the Sheriff's Office. Kind of a quick status check on the fire first, and we want to hear about the folks who've been impacted.
Yeah, that just wrapped up about 10 minutes ago. I have some new numbers for you, Jenny. Right now, we are at 472 acres burned, 20% containment. That's up from 10% just this morning, so a big jump today. And for the first time, some people are able to get back to their homes today as of 5 o'clock, really just 2 minutes ago. Those are people living in Deer Creek, Mesa, and KUSA. Those 2 neighborhoods are now under a pre-evacuation notice, so you still have to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Now, to get back into those neighborhoods, you have to have that badge that you picked up from Dakota Ridge High School today. It is reopening from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock tonight if you live in Deer Creek, Mesa, or KUSA, and you still have to pick up that badge. But that little piece of plastic brought really big relief today for people living in those neighborhoods.
Talking with one of the neighbors, it's been so many times too, we've packed stuff up and loaded stuff up and then had to unload and unpack it.
When you live in the foothills, you know you have to be ready to rush out the door at a moment's notice.
This is our first time of actual evacuating.
Some clothes and a few photo albums.
You know, the stuff that are irreplaceable no matter what.
Were all Bruce West and his wife could grab.
5 minutes if even that. Yeah, it was real quick and out, yeah.
Racing out of their Murphy Gulch home.
Yeah, I think we left our house at 2 a.m.
They're one of nearly 600 households the Jeffco Sheriff's Office told to evacuate when the Cory Fire ripped through.
This is a parking lot at Dakota Ridge High School, which is an evacuation center for everyone that's were forced out of our homes because of the fire up the Deer Creek Canyon here.
Bruce turned this parking lot.
It's been hot. It's been hot.
Into a temporary home for his family, including Maggie May and Mr. Linus.
For me, sleeping in the front seat, you just kick it back and...
Saturday, he picked up his pass.
Cory Fire re-entry. Then it has my name and address.
That will let him finally get to his house he's lived in for 30 years.
All the residents in the fire area are required to have a pass to be able to get in and out of the Cory Fire area.
Bruce knows the way back into his home will take much longer than the hustle to get out.
Just get her done as soon as possible and praying that none of the firefighters receive any more injuries and they're all safe. I guess they've been having a heck of a go up there, so thoughts and prayers to them.
So Bruce lives in the Murphy neighborhood. They are still under a mandatory evacuation, so he cannot use his badge yet. Under a mandatory evacuation still, we have Maxwell, McKinney, and Sampson on top of Murphy. So we will keep you posted as soon as we hear those lifted. No timeline for those yet. The sheriff's office also wants you to know that you could see a lot of smoke, especially tomorrow. Still, live in Jefferson County, Lauren Scafidi, 9 News.
Lauren, thanks for the update. Encouraging to see some folks are going to get to go back home today. Crews battling the Alexander Mountain fire made a lot of progress in the last 24 hours as well. 9 News reporter Rhea Jha joins us now from that fire, which is now, Rhea, 32% contained. That's big news.
Yeah, Jennifer, this is a huge jump from the 5% they reported yesterday. Officials said things are going well, and it's pretty visible here too. When we've been at this location in the past, there's usually huge plumes of smoke coming up from the mountains. But right now it looks pretty clear. It's not as concerning. The officials said they were seeing growth in the thousands, and now it's into the hundreds. So they reported more than 9,600 acres burned. An investigative team is now closer to figuring out the cause of this fire. They have a lead on the original site of where the fire started. Officials also want to start the conversation of bringing back evacuated residents and are hoping to set up a credential system so they can streamline that process. That should be coming soon.
Things are going well, so really going to ramp up the conversations about reducing the evacuation footprint. So we're going to have some tonight, and then we'll have some more tomorrow morning. And then if things stay on the track that they're staying on, we're probably going to reduce that footprint tomorrow afternoon at some time.
Yesterday, they reported 25 homes were damaged, and officials said that there were new numbers coming out of uncounted homes damaged in that fire. But for people that are worried about their homes now, officials are feeling pretty confident about where this fire is growing and said they don't think that it should be growing towards neighborhoods and that they should be safe as of right now. And obviously we will continue reporting on this as it progresses. Reporting live in Loveland, Rhea Jha, 9 News.
All right, Rhea, that's some encouraging news as well. We appreciate your reports near Loveland tonight. In Boulder County, the Stone Canyon fire is now 53% contained. That one has burned more than 1,500 acres and 5 homes. All of Stone Canyon Drive reopened to the people who live in that area. The Moss Rock area, that is still closed, and currently the only area with homes under evacuation orders at this time for this fire. 11 homes fall under that order. In other news tonight, a man is hurt after a Denver police officer shot him overnight in Denver's Lodo neighborhood. This happened at 19th and Market around 3 in the morning. Police say officers were trying to manage crowds leaving the bars when somebody told them there was a guy with a gun standing next to a car in a nearby parking lot. An officer went up to that man, asked to see his hands. Police say that's when the man pulled out a gun in a threatening way, and ultimately the officer shot him. Police say the man is seriously hurt, but is expected to survive. A man who lives in the area, another man, says there's a busted out window in his apartment building today, and he thinks that a bullet hit his window during the shooting.
This guy's, he's not shooting at people, but he's like shooting like Iran everywhere in the air right now. So then after that, what happened was the police, they scurried super quick. The guys that he was shooting at, all the people, they all just ran. So they literally turned this block here, and that's probably why the gunshots are right there, because maybe the police did come from that way and that way. So maybe when the police got here, they were already armed and ready to go.
That man tells us he heard maybe around 40 shots last night. Police say there was another shooting downtown nearby around the same time, and now they're working to learn if the two are connected. There's a new hospital officially open on the west side of town tonight. The Intermountain Health Lutheran Hospital opened just this morning near I-70 in Youngfield. This replaces the old Lutheran Hospital that was just a few miles east. All 160 patients had to be transferred over to the new hospital today. As 9 News reporter Evan Krugel shows us, this was a journey that one young family will never forget.
This is Charlotte Elizabeth Hall.
The first moments with a new baby
But she's been great. She's so cute.
are moments parents cherish forever.
But yeah, she's here. She's perfect. She's healthy. We're both doing well. All in all, good.
Maddie Hall and her husband Nick welcomed Charlie into the world yesterday.
I mean, I was hysterically crying right when she came out of me. Our doctor was like, "Are you okay?"
It's safe to say all three could use some rest.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get a little bit of rest. She hasn't been sleeping for the last couple hours, so I'm hoping we can watch some Olympics and get some rest here soon.
But Maddie can't get too comfortable because the hospital she just gave birth in is about to close for good.
150, can I get you lined up in the ER bay?
And all 160 patients here, both big and small, are about to be on the move.
It's a little stressful.
Sarah McLaughlin is leading a team of 20 ambulances, loading up patients one by one for transport to the new Lutheran Hospital.
You can go up, but you do have to leave in order.
Next up on the list, Maddie, Nick, and Charlie.
I'm ready. Ready for the big ride.
Their bundle of joy is wrapped up and wheeled off, held tightly by Mom.
Charlie, we're going on a ride.
No, 646.
Sarah has an ambulance waiting below
Last unit, go again.
to move the new family to the new hospital, where Dr. Kathy Crabtree is waiting.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but there was a lot of planning, and this so far so good. Transitions have been nice and smooth. We're moving patients every 5 to 10 minutes.
Just upstairs,
Oh, it's so nice. We made it. We made it over.
the new family is settling in to their new room.
Yeah, she slept the whole ride over, so she didn't even see the ambulance.
A chance for Mom, Dad, and baby to get some much needed rest. One more step on a journey that's just beginning.
Yeah, we're excited to be here, but excited to get to our actual final location tomorrow and take her home.
In Wheat Ridge, Evan Krugel, 9 News.
Patients will only be admitted at the new hospital moving forward. Intermountain Health is planning to sell the old property. It'll be a potential mixed-use development.